Hey everyone, Chris Mack coming at you today with X-Force issue 49. And this book pissed me off, as with all the Krakoan books do. So the only reason I picked this up is I saw this cover on social media and I was like, well, that might be interesting. Just to see the return of Wonder Man and Beast together. But yeah, I don't care. I have talked about in previous comics that I've done that focus primarily on X Force. Beast, I felt was starting to get a little more evil, like Dark Beast level. And this arc that Benjamin Percy is doing is really bringing it to that next level. So if you kind of want to know what's going on, feel free to pause that and you can kind of read what's going on. And we're going to talk about who made this book. This is Benjamin Percy writing, Robert Gill art, Guru EFX doing the colors, VC's Joe Caramanga doing the lettering, and then there's everyone else working on. Now, we get a lot of sitting and talking, though I will say that at least between Sage and Wolverine, Wolverine's talking about how he doesn't really want to kill Beast, but what's happening. Sage even says his mind is the weapon we've been lacking in this ongoing conflict. With every move Beast Prime makes, we'll ask for a responsive action. I'm warming up to it, Sage, but I'm still worried. On one hand, he used to be a friend. The other hand, he is who he is. The Hank we're hunting is crouched inside the Hank sitting in the other room. So if you didn't read the synopsis, basically, Prime Beast that we know is pure evil from what we see. There's supposed to be a motive to it, but I'm not really digging it. And so with the, what is that damn thing called? The rejuvenation, the revival process, whatever the hell it's called. Who cares? Whatever. Anyway, basically they recloned Beast, but they kept his memories to the point before all this Krakoan BS started. Now, I could kind of, some of what Wolverine and Sage are talking about, I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of poignant. But then they just kind of, for lack of a better term, shit the bed with Black Tom Cassidy. Remember Black Tom when he was a threat and he was very debonair and very, like, Hugh liked him, but he was evil. Like, if we go back and think about Claremont's X-Men 102, now listen, it's Beast. He's a bad beastie too. He's gone, escaped, off making his troubles. Who the hell is this? That is not Black Tom Cassidy. So anyway, this second Beast that we're talking about goes back to what he knows. We're going to skip over all of Beast's stuff so you guys can read it if you want to, because I don't give a damn. The other thing that kills me, we get this whole team of X-Force. We get Colossus, Omega Red, Domino, X-23, Quentin Quire, and none of them say a word. And that's one thing about modern X books that really irk my gurk is a lot of them are just used as background props. Like, you'll read a whole book and you're like, damn, there's all these X-Men standing around and no one's doing nothing. Now, again, let's go back to like the Scott Liddell days, the Chris Claremont days, and everybody had an interaction and a reason for being in the book. They were never really backdrop characters. And that's one thing about modern X writers that irks my gurk. So anyway, now with this second Beast, he comes to see Simon, Wonder Man. He goes, Wonder Man, it's me. It's Beast. Hank, what are you doing here? What's wrong? Everything. My dearest friend, everything. But I feel so much better already being here with you. Dearest friend? Why do you look at me like that? Like a stranger? It's just been so long. Has it? For me, it feels like no time at all. Why did we grow apart? I tried to stay in touch, but you had ambitions. I don't understand the way you're talking to me. And Hank, I'd assumed you were dead or exiled. So anyway, the only interesting part of this book, okay, let me give you a quick brief on this bullshit Beast. He's basically making a bomb to fight some X-Men on a moon. Who gives a shit? Now, this Beast wants to take him out so that he can basically redeem himself. And we're talking about here how, Simon's saying, I'm actually kind of doing the pacifist thing these days. The pacifist thing? Oh, my stars and garters. But he brings Simon along and he goes, my friend, which is why we must leap into action. I don't really like to punch people anymore. I mean, unless I absolutely have to. What the fuck? I'm sorry, but what the fuck? Now, real quick, let's go back to what's good. We went over Avengers Annual 10. Now, think about the little back and forth we just had with Beast and Hank there. Now, Hawkeye here is talking to Simon. How's showbiz treating you, Wonder Man? I haven't seen you on the tube lately. As the saying goes, Hawkeye, I'm between engagements. Oh, unemployed, huh? Precisely. And then Wanda asks for some cakes from Jarvis, and Beast says, watch out, witch. They're yummy, but oh so fattening. I wonder where Cap is. It isn't like our beloved leader to be late. Dialogue, people. Dialogue. Now wait. There's more. The Brotherhood just broke out of Rikers Island. Look who's leading the team. Avengers Assemble. You are right, Spider-Woman. This is a prison break. And even with Beast, he acts a little cocky, trying to get to Pyro. Destiny usurps him and says, I knew what you're going to do. Do you play chess, McCoy? She basically drops a building on him, and Beast just goes, oops. Now, we come back to this bland art, bland dialogue. Am I going? I really don't want to punch people anymore. I mean, unless I absolutely have to. Give me a break. Get out of here. And yeah, that's it. They're all basically leading up to fight the Beast that's making a bomb. Oh, and Domino gets two lines of dialogue. We've got eyes on the target. How should we proceed? Over. And that's basically it. Now, I'm not bashing anyone. Let me clarify that. I really do enjoy Benjamin Percy. His earlier run on X-Force, like if you go back to number 1, I was really sucked in. Like I was collecting that over any other X book. I just feel like, in terms of the artwork, it's not bad. But one thing about like modern artwork is it just starts to feel a little bland, like too digitized, as where you go back to seeing something like that to that any day, especially on the covers. I mean, listen to how Avengers Annual 10 sucked you in. Captain America totally defeated. Witness the invincible Iron Man knocked out of action. Observe Spider-Woman's daring and midnight rescue. Behold the deadly new Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, plus a shocking mystery guest. All that in a cameo appearance by the Uncanny X-Men. Oh, hell yeah. Sign me up. This was original cover design. Wasn't taken from anything. It's just what they put together. I personally hate this because how many times are we going to homage Giant Size X-Men #1, Uncanny X-Men 100, Uncanny X-Men 102, X-Men #1, X-Men 1963 #1, X-Men 94. How many times are we going to homage to the point where when we're like in the retirement home, what is the new generation going to homage? Are they just going to homage the homage that's been homaging because it's homaged? Needs some originality. So take it or leave it. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please first and foremost go and support your local comic shop and grab a copy, or wherever you like to get your comic books and action figures. If you've enjoyed this review, or appreciate you at least bearing with me through this, I really appreciate if you take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. And if you won't mind hitting that fancy little X bell next to subscribe, that way we continue to upload content, you guys get notified. Come to the channel, and I love talking with y'all and hearing your thoughts and feedback down in the comments below or on the socials, which I'll make sure to leave the links down in the description. So with all that said, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you all continue to have an absolutely amazing day reading, and happy hunting, everyone.